mean, there are a lot of fires. So hopefully I got the moose on the dash cam. So the Kenora 20 fire is literally about 20 kilometers to the northwest.
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You got to find your own.
Pretty spot for a break. I mean, go down the road an hour, but I'm ready for a second coffee, wash up, brush my teeth, all that stuff, so we'll do it. You can really see the smoke. I can smell it. It's really bad today. Pretty lake. So this is like Beaver or something provincial park. Look at it, garbage can. I'm way off level, so I don't really want to use my stove, so I won't make my second coffee here, but it was nice to dip my toes in the lake, splash my face, do my hair. We'll go find a more level spot. There's a couple roads on the way in, so I'll pull over on one of those and make some coffee and get back on the road. I saw it. I know I saw it. I know I saw it. You're okay. You did a good job. Thank you. Thank you. You did a good job. You scared him away. You kept us safe. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so I'm in the little town of Priestville. Oh, I turned off my fridge when I was on at that lake. And I'm just here to make coffee. And we'll get out a little bit, maybe take a couple pictures. Why won't my fridge close? Oh, because there's a fork. There we go. And I tried something a little different. Overnight oats. Never do overnight oats. I'd rather cook them, but let's see how they turned out. I made them with chia seeds, hemp seeds. Oh, wow. I'm surprised. Old-fashioned hearty oats. That's what I'm surprised about. I didn't think they would. Be soft enough to eat. A little bit of protein powder and plant-based milk. That's it. Okay. Wish I had some fresh fruit. You know what? Oh, I have frozen cherries. I'm going to throw some cherries on top and eat them later, maybe. Settlement in the Priestville region dates back to fur traders who came to the upper Assiniboine region, I'm probably saying that wrong, after explorer David Thompson mapped the area in 1796.
Later, ranchers followed the trails left by the fur traders and the indigenous peoples, leading to the earliest settlement of the area. Priestville was officially established as a village in 1912, the same year the Canadian National Railway arrived, further driving settlement in the region. And I'm camped next to the railway and another grain elevator. There's a lot of them around here. Canada's great. I'm having a great time in Canada, but what's not great is being able to log into my bank because I need to be able to check my balances or be able to stream a lot of my favorite shows on my streaming devices. It's not recognizing me as an American because I'm out of the country. It sees a Canadian VPN, so they're like, no access, no access. So I can't access my bank and I can't access my favorite shows, but thankfully I have Surfshark. So with Surfshark VPN, all I have to do is change my VPN location to the United States. See? All I have to do is say, okay, you know what? I am in the United States. I'm not in Canada, so go ahead and give me a VPN, virtual private network, in the United States, and voila. I can log into my bank. I can log on to Netflix and Hulu and Max and all of my streaming services. The other thing I love about Surfshark VPN is it keeps me safe while I'm online. A lot of people think this is RV life, that it's just all fun and games, but it's not. I have to protect myself not only out here in the wilds and on the road, but also online, just like everybody else. Even though I'm on Starlink, sometimes I have to set up on public Wi-Fi. If I have to go into town and I'm out of data, or even my own Wi-Fi can be hacked. And with a virtual private network like Surfshark, it's going to encrypt all of my information from my phone or my laptop all the way across the web, keeping me safe and keeping all my information private so that I don't have to worry about my information or my identity getting stolen. The other thing is that if you are worried about the state of certain things going on, that you might not be able to access real news and real information and real data soon, Surfshark VPN is going to allow you to select whatever country you want to broadcast from. So let's say Britain. You can say, okay, I'm in Britain. I want to see what the rest of the world is saying about what's going on. Another thing, again, security and safety in the times that we're living in, an added service that Surfshark has is that you can choose an alternate ID so that you can browse the internet under any alias you want. So if you want to get started making sure you can access your information safely and your banking and all that, no matter where you are in the world, you want to protect yourself online, go ahead and sign up for Surfshark today. Using my discount code CarolynsRV, you're going to get an extra 4 months absolutely free. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee and they have excellent 24/7 customer support. So if you don't feel that tech savvy, don't worry. Surfshark will be there to walk you through any challenges and the setup that you might have. So get started today. Use the link in the video description below with Carolyn's RV and get 4 extra months for free. All right, I'm going to go frolic. Keep seeing curling rinks. Sturgis, where I just got gas in Sturgis, and I gotta say, Canada, love you, but so far getting gas has been one of the most inefficient processes ever. Hang on, I gotta close my back door, it's rattling. That means it's not, I gotta pull it. So these card lock, Co-op card lock Co-op is everything. They've got gas stations and grocery stores and then they've got these really nice big gas stations, Co-op card lock. I just pulled into one. I'm like, I think you need a membership. And I pulled in and yeah, you need a membership. You need a card. And I looked online and you have to fill out a credit application. So, I don't know. I guess there was full surf pumps I could have gone through, but I'm feeling very impatient today. And then all the other gas stations, they have
these full service, so the one I just asked, small town, full service, one person to pump and ring people up. So one person to pump and be the cashier. So I had to wait for the person in front of me, parked at the pump for a long time. Inside, comes out with a handful of goodies, slowly gets to the car, and then the lady comes to pump my gas. She pumps my gas. I go inside to pay, because you can't pay at the pump, you gotta go inside to pay. And there's a lady at the counter wanting to buy lottery tickets, so I have to stand there and wait for her to get rung up so that I can pay for my gas. Thanks to me, just things just move a little slower, and I need to just freaking chill the hell out. I think, you know what? I think that is the message for me today. I'm feeling stressed today. I'm not sure why. Well, I didn't get any exercise this morning. I planned on doing that when I stopped for coffee, but that didn't work out. I should have exercised this morning. That's part of it. I did do a little stretching. I did do my meditation last night, but I need to breathe and just let this shit go. So, yeah, and then I told you the last time, that one gas station where I had to go in and pay a set amount before they would even fill it. So, and then if it went over, I would have had to go back in to get cash. It wouldn't automatically go back on the card the way it does at a lot of places in the U.S. So, yeah, gas has been inefficient. But I guess the message here, the lesson for me is chill the fuck out and slow down. Hey, do I need to just chill the fuck out? I think so. Sure if I got that on the dash cam. There was a guy over on the right just standing there taking a piss facing this busy road with his wanker out. I guess it's so small nobody was able to see it, so he wasn't worried about it. Got to Manitoba. It's smokier. I mean, there are a lot of fires. First Nations territories up north. There have been a lot of fires. First Nations people were trapped. They finally got them out using the military. And I only know this because a Facebook friend, a personal Facebook friend, asked me about it. Oh, we got a moose. Shit. So hopefully I got the moose on the dash cam because I didn't get it very well on the video. But yeah, anyway, it is a little smokier here. They finally rescued the First Nations people who were trapped. I don't know if they got all of them. There were military sent in huge planes and rescued 1,000 at least, but there was still a couple hundred left. So yeah, it's smokier here. The fires up north are terrible. Even driving through here already I'm seeing what should be water, ponds, swamps, rivers, and they're dry. Oh man. I'm looking for a spot to pull over again. I'm ready to stop again. And no moose hunting is allowed through here. No moose hunting. So Sadie, behave. Behave.
No moose hunting. There's some water, but you can tell it's drier than it should be. And of course, there's a burn ban in effect. I was reading that 90%, more than 90%, 93 or something of the fires here were caused by humans.
Some of Canada's drag race royalty. On this afternoon back in March, a rambunctious crowd gathered at the Birdhouse in Vancouver to celebrate the Two-Spirit and Indigenous LGBTQIA+ community. It was thrown by the Two-Spirit program at the Community-Based Research Center, and they want to make it a cross-country affair. They're calling on governments to declare an annual Two-Spirit and Indigenous LGBTQIA+ celebration and awareness day. It's one of many projects they're working on to uplift Two-Spirit and Indigenous queer folks and promote their health and well-being.
Well, I ended up stopping early yesterday, very early. I had an hour and a half to go to the spot that I had picked out for boondocking. Honestly, I wasn't very excited about that spot. It's a public beach, and it was a little out of the way, and I was getting tired. It was extremely windy. The roads were bumpy, and I was like, you know what? I passed a sign for provincial park on a lake. I'm like, let's go check it out. It was only, I don't know, 6 kilometers, a few miles off the road I was on, so I ended up at a provincial park campground. Really inexpensive, $30 a night with hookups, electricity, water. It's got a dump station. What else? Garbage, recycling, and it's pretty quiet so far. The first night was pretty quiet. I'm going to be here one more night. There's a lot of spots taken, but there's nobody home. A lot of spots with empty trailers. So, yeah, let me show you. I am right next to the road. I chose this because it's right by the group site here. And I figured, I mean, look at all this space I have. And it's pretty quiet. Like I said, there's a few spots taken with people here, but most of them are empty. Empty or abandoned, like trailers that are here for people who just come on the weekend. So it's pretty quiet here. It's I got here last night, which was Tuesday night, and it's really smoky. Again, last night it wasn't bad, but it was super windy. But I have this whole group area, which is a good place to run Sadie when nobody's around. And even though it's right next to the road, I figured having the group area would be worth it. And there are trails to the lake, and there's even a dog beach, but it's pretty far away. But we'll go see. We'll explore. We'll see what's around. I think right now I'm just going to enjoy my coffee, and we'll go for a walk in a little while, and then it's going to be a full day of work. So I'll show you around when we go out. This must be long term. Every single one is not occupied at the moment. Yeah, this must be long term. nice bathrooms. The showers are, they're okay. If they were nicer and if they weren't these machines, which I hate, I might have taken a shower in here, but I'm not gonna. Everything's made in Canada. So there's some nice hiking trails around. Not very long, you know, just around the campground. The longest is 3 kilometers, which is 1.8, about 1.8 miles. 2 miles. Yeah, it's about 2 miles. So we're out here. Sadie has to be on a leash, of course, so we're out here getting a little bit of exercise in. It's windy as hell. It's smoky. Good to be out. Oh, look at that. Florida. Huh. That might be like the first American I've seen since I've been up here. Not a lot of Americans. Let me rephrase that. Not a lot of people from the United States. So, the continent is North America. So we're all Americans. Even Canadians are Americans. Mexicans are Americans. We are from the United States. Los Estados Unidos, as they say in Mexico. So, from the United States.
FM and 990 AM. Good morning. I'm Heather Wells in Winnipeg. At 9:30, we've got smoke over Winnipeg. It's 13 degrees right now. We are under a air quality warning, for Winnipeg. Widespread smoke. Today's high is 23. It's 12 currently in Brandon, 9 in Thompson and Flin Flon.
to hit the road.
That seems with President Trump, it's, 5 steps forward and 10 steps backwards.
Tariff move, hiking tariffs on steel and aluminum from 25% to 50% effective yesterday. The Prime Minister, Mark Carney, called Trump's move illogical and unjustified and said his government is figuring out next steps. Parag Shah is president and co-founder of New Age Products, a manufacturer of steel, garage storage, cabinetry, and outdoor furniture. He's in Toronto. Parag, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. What did you think when you heard that the U.S. president was doubling tariffs on steel going into the United States?
We weren't happy about them, but we're preparing in the background for them, for that inevitability in our view.
Preparing in the background. The head of the Canadian Steel Producers Association says 50% tariffs to the United States essentially means that market is essentially closed. What is a 50% tariff going to mean for your bottom line?
At this point, the tariff will be passed on to customers.
Just a quick stop. We're in Manitoba Lake Narrows. So smoky, 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 and very, very chilly. Even in my hoodie, I'm chilly. So this water is so blue. It's beautiful. Too bad it's so smoky. So sad, all the people losing everything, all the evacuations, more than 17,000 last I heard. It is just so sad. Passing lots of fire trucks heading up north. It's just, I feel like we're living in a dystopia already. Like, we see a lot of these dystopic movies and TV shows, and I think I saw an opinion piece the other day. Are we already living in a dystopia? And it feels like we are in many ways. That this is just our reality now, that we're not going to have blue skies in the spring and summer. I mean, Canada was like this, was it last year, 2 years ago? It's crazy. It's eerie. It's sad. Devastating. Thanks to all the firefighters who keep people and stuff safe. Put their lives in danger every day, going to save people, and mostly structures, really, people's homes, their life savings, their heirlooms, their pictures, their lives. I mean, our homes are our lives. Very smoky today. I told you. So I left the campground this morning. It was Rainbow Beach Provincial Park. I left a couple hours ago, and I'm heading to Winnipeg. I was gonna go around Winnipeg, but there is a popular health food store chain in Canada called Vita Health that I haven't hit yet. It looks like it's like a Sprouts, probably, maybe Natural Grocers. So I do need a few things. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into Winnipeg. I also kind of want to see it, even though it's very smoky. So I'm gonna go into Winnipeg. I'm gonna do that, and then I have a place scouted to camp probably about an hour and a half east of Winnipeg. It's nice today that there's no wind, but the lack of wind makes it extremely smoky. Extremely. I've been seeing VitaHealth all over Canada, and I wrote it off initially as like just a vitamin store, kind of like what's the vitamin store in the US. But upon closer look, I saw that they have groceries and produce, so let's go check it out, see what they've got. I need to pick up a few things, mostly produce. Wow, gorgeous produce. Not a huge store, not a huge selection, but nice. Oh my God, look at the vitamins. Wow. This is an excellent selection of vitamins. Good to know. It's just a bird.
In 800 meters, slide right onto the Trans-Canada Highway, Manitoba 1 East ramp to Kenora. Slide right onto the Trans-Canada Highway ramp, then merge onto Trans... Continue on Manitoba 1 East for 106 kilometers.
Past the longitudinal center of Canada. So this way. Now we're officially more easterly in Canada than we are westerly. Yeah. So it's almost 3 o'clock and I was just 20 minutes away from stopping. And I saw a sign that all backcountry travel is prohibited, and I pulled over and did some quick research, and there is a state of emergency in Manitoba. I knew I was going to be going very close to the wildfire area. I forgot until just now how close I was. And there is all backcountry travel is prohibited, state of emergency. No, they don't want any vehicles in the backcountry at all because all the fires are started by humans. And I had scouted a boondocking spot up here down a country road. It says all parks. Backcountry travel is prohibited unless you have a permit, and even if you have a cottage, you have to have a permit. And I don't know what this road that I was going to go camping at is, but I'm not going to take any chances. You know, I don't want to break the law. I don't want to start any fires with a hot engine or something like that if it's really dry. This reminds me of a few years ago driving through New Mexico, and all the national forest roads were closed. I'm seeing all the roads along here are closed. They've got barriers up and all the roads are closed. So this is serious. It's a state of emergency. This is some serious shit. So I am just going to drive on to Ontario. I'm tired. I want to stop. I didn't plan on having a super long day, but it's best to get out of Manitoba. That really sucks that I had to miss so much here, but the smoke is really bad. The fires are pretty close. So it looks like another 100 kilometers, which is like another hour to Ontario. Yeah. That sucks. Sucks more for the people who are affected by it. I know. If I were coming through here any other time, there are so many roads going off into the forest, and now they don't have barriers up. And I knew there was a backup spot that was on I-Overlander. That's one of those roads going back. But because I'm so close to the fire, I don't know how many miles or how many kilometers. I'll have to look later. Very close. My concern is if the wind picks up in the middle of the night in this direction, I could get trapped. I was wondering when I looked at this route a couple days ago if the fire was going to come down to the Trans-Canada Highway, because it is very close. So the smoke isn't any thicker here though, like I expected it to be, considering how close it is. But none of these fires are contained. I mean, a few of them are somewhere, but most of them are not contained. And I don't want to be in the way if fire crews need to come, and I also don't want to put myself and Sadie in danger. So it just makes no sense for us to be here. So I'm leaving. Oh, we got White Shell Provincial Park. Huh. Pipeline Road. I think that's where I was going to camp. First Nation. Yep. I was going to go out there and camp. Been a long day, hasn't it, Sadie girl? Yeah. I don't know if that will show up. It's a couple road closures because of severe fire hazard. This is crazy. I love how most of the Canadian highway signs are pictures. A truck on a scale. There's one that I saw in Alberta a lot with a truck and arrows pointing down. It might have had numbers on it. I never could figure out what the heck that was. I meant to ask Ralph and I forgot. Ralph, what does that mean? Welcome to Ontario. They're open for business. Biggest welcome of any of the provinces. So the Kenora 20 fire is literally like, well, it shows the red edge of it is about 20 kilometers to the northwest. I almost left last night after I got settled and ate dinner, and I started looking, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't be here. There are fire restrictions in this area. Of course, you know, no fires, no open fires and stuff like that. And at first I misread it for danger, don't be there. But upon, you know, and it was 6:30, 7 o'clock. And upon further research, I realized I was probably fine. The fire is growing, but it's growing to the west, not to the south. The south is the Trans-Canada Highway, and I figured even when I knew I had to come through this area that they would do everything they could to hold that line so that it doesn't cross the Trans-Canada Highway. So yeah, so I slept here and it was fine. Smoky. I am very close to the Trans-Canada Highway. It's not even a mile away, so there was some traffic noise. Today, I spent a lot of time last night looking at aerials and looking at the route and looking at possibilities for camping on iOverlander. And I really don't want to travel today, but I don't want to be here. I'm very close, so I need to move east. I'm not going to completely get out of the smoke, but I'm going to go from dark gray to light gray. And I've got 5 or 6 spots scouted. And what I did is I saved the routes. So the closest one is a little over 3 hours away. The farthest one is like 4.5 hours away. So what I'm going to do is do a lot of exploring today, because I really do want to find a camp where I can stay for a few days. I have to, because I've got to work. And I was hoping yesterday's stop would have been a stop I could stay through the weekend, but that didn't work out, so I'm already behind on work. And yeah, that's how I'm doing it. I've also got, you know, you can also just put pins down so that you can look at the pins on a map. I did put 1 pin down. So right now it's almost 9 o'clock Central Time. And I'm going to enjoy my coffee. Old gravel pits make good places to camp. This is a spot on iOverlander. And the weather today, I think it's going to be warm. Oh, 72 degrees. Oh, not that warm. I thought we had one day. Oh, it's gone down. I thought we had one day that was going to get up into the mid-80s. Mid-80s is like 26 degrees. So 72 is like 20 Fahrenheit or 20 Celsius. 19, maybe 19. The quick way to do the conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit, very quick way and not very accurate, but is because it's like 4/5 or something. Yeah, it's like, no, what is it? 9/5? You're supposed to multiply it by like 9/5. I can't remember. I'll put it here. But I multiply Celsius times 2. So 20 times 2 is 40. Plus 32, because whatever the formula is, it's plus 32. So 20 times 2 is 40. Plus 32, that's 72. But then you knock off a couple of degrees because I'm not using the exact formula. So about 70, 69 or 70. It gives me a rough estimate. I'll put the formula here. Is it 9/5? I feel like it's something like 9/5. So I multiply it because 9/5 is just 1/5 less than 2. So that might be about, I think that might be right. A lot of math on this trip. was out of camp by 11. Took my time. I worked a little bit. Exercised with Sadie. Made second coffee. And I'm going into Kenora right now. I was only 30 kilometers, about 20 miles from Kenora. So I'm going in because I need gas. I just saw a sign too that services are limited on this. I am not taking the Trans-Canada Highway South because it adds 40 minutes, and it's kind of depressing to try to sightsee in this. For one thing, it's just dreary and ugly, and also, you know, people are suffering. People are living in this. People are getting evacuated. Fires are devastating. It's just kind of surreal, and it's surreal. It's kind of interesting to be here during this, knowing that so many people are just having to deal with this as part of just their lives. But we're going into Kenora. Just wanted to tell you that. Get gas. And I'm about 3 hours and 40 minutes from my first spot to scout for camp. Hopefully we can get out of the smoke a little bit. That would be nice for my lungs and Sadie's lungs. I love these small town stores. They're always like a combination of hardware store, grocery store, convenience store, souvenir store. I think I want to pick up a couple souvenirs. It smells like fresh baked bread in here. Yum. Oh, look. All of this is First Nation crafted and designed. These are beautiful. I wish I needed a new cup. I love these, but I don't need another cup. And I can't think of anybody who needs another cup. Oh, look, journals, notebooks. Oh, this is the First Nation person who designed it. Oh, this is cool. I love stuff like this. Support local, support small. Support Canada and local artisans and independent sellers. Yeah, we need to break away. I need to break away from spending money with the big, powerful oligarchs. What are they called? Mega stores. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. You know what I mean. Well, that was a very fun stop. I turned around to come back. I'm glad I did. Got some souvenirs for myself and my mom. And I locked myself out of my rig. Hopefully Sadie's window is down enough. I don't think it is. Well, I'll be damned. This is going to be fun. Hi, Sadie girl. Mom locked herself out. Oh, I think I can do this. Hey, where are you? Hi. Stupid me left my car keys behind. I usually have my key around my neck, and I didn't. Forgot to put it on this morning. I managed to, it wasn't easy, but I managed to stick my hand through the window and unlock the door. All right, that was fun. I got this, let me show you what I got. They had an amazing selection of groceries, but I got some socks with buffaloes on them. I got my mom a magnet because she loves wolves. And look at these. They had these O'Do's. This is a brand that I really like. They have flatbread, vegan, gluten-free flatbread, and bagels that I use a lot for sandwiches. But these are dippers. non-style, they sound really good. I went ahead and got myself the journal. This was all only 68 Canadian, which is like 50 bucks maybe American. And this is crafted by a Native American. Do I have a tick on me? I had to go over there in the bushes. The ticks, we've had ticks already. Another magnet for my mom. Isn't that cute? All right, get on the road. Wipe myself down, make sure I didn't get any ticks over there. And go get gas and get back on the road. First. Yeah. That was fun. Wow, I didn't expect this to be such a big city.
Tonight, when you have a bathroom, because things you take for granted are not granted to everyone. What else are you taking for granted? Don't let homelessness assumptions get in the way of homelessness solutions. Go to CanadaCanDoIt.ca.
Oh, that was a hell of a commercial. So, I looked up the meaning of the infinity flag because I had been seeing it across the countryside, and it is a representation of, well, so the first infinity symbol flag that came in was a French soldier. You know what, I'll put a card right here for the full story, but it was a French soldier, and since then has been adopted as a symbol of the joining of two cultures. Oh, is that French and English? I assumed it was Native American or First Nation and European. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research, but I wonder if that's French and French and English, since it was first a symbol of a French army. Oh, I bet it's a symbol of French and English. I was hoping it was Native First Nation. Well, maybe it's both. Maybe it's all cultures. I'll look it up. What are you doing? How'd you know I turned on the camera? What'd you think of Kenora? It was kind of cute, huh? Wow, we're not done yet. Wow. Walmart, Canadian Tire. So I'm filming this because I don't know how much my dash cam saves. Oh, I think it's the first prison I've seen. Now hiring correctional officers. Wow. Right on it. What a beautiful view. Right on a lake. Wow. There we go. So actually I am still on the Trans-Canada Highway. I'm on the Highway 17 route. There's a northern and a southern Trans-Canada, I guess, in some places. Yeah, there is. And I'm going to stay on 17 rather than go, I think it's 1 or 101 south. So, still on the Trans-Canada. smoky. I looked at the map this morning. It's smoky all the way to New York. So I thought, you know, maybe I could go south and go into the U.S. And I could. It's a little less smoky directly south. But by the time I get to Michigan, it's going to be smoky again. So why? I'm just going to stay here. Because it's, you know, what? I get a week of no smoke. So stick with my original plan to go through Canada. I still don't know where I'm crossing back into the U.S. Maybe Niagara Falls. Let's see. Dixie Lake picnic area. I guess I could have pulled over more. Breakfast, lunch. It's like 1 o'clock.